Oh, hi there, I didn't notice you. I was watching a film. And you know what? Films have not always been the same. In fact, there has been actors seen as a minority because of a race, accent, or even culture. Generalization and stereotyping has happened in films. Generalization is characterizing a group of individuals either by their looks, accent, or what they eat. So just saying all Mexicans like beans, tortillas, or in this time of season, tamales. Now, stereotyping is characterizing a single individual, like saying he's a cholo because he wears baggy clothing and has a lowrider.
Ready to hear about Spanglish, Philly Brown, Nacho Libre, La Bamba?
What is the concept you will be talking about today?
The concept I will be talking about today is narrative logic.
Can you give me a brief explanation of a narrative logic?
Narrative logic is when you predict something will happen based off a clue early on in the movie.
How does it apply to all four of these movies?
Well, in La Bamba, Richie, he loves to play guitar and he loves to sing, so the audience will most likely predict that he will make a career out of it and make it big. And in Spanglish, Flor, she is caught sewing at the beginning of the movie, and later on in the movie, Bernice, she gets a bag of clothes which they have been sewn, so the audience can predict that she was the one who had sewn Bernice the clothes. And in Nacho Libre, Nacho and Esqueleto, they are constantly winning fights. So the audience and the crowds in the movie, they are guessing that they will make it to the championships. And in Philly Brown, Lupe is in this relationship, and later on she comes out with bruises on her face. And then more towards the end of the movie, she tells her father that her boyfriend had been beating her up all along.
What book will you be using? Chapter 3, it has the six main stereotypes in Latin film. And out of those six, I chose a dark lady. And it basically describes her to be a female who uses sexuality to lure men.
How is your stereotype different in your movie and the others?
So, like in my movie, mine was Billy Brown, and she's a young rap artist whose producer makes her use her sexuality to like gain fame and fans. In the movie Spanglish, though, she's just a single mother who's trying to have a better life for her kid in America. And then you have Nacho Libre, who's the female is a nun, so she doesn't necessarily use her sexuality to lure any guy in. And then you have La Bamba, who has no dark lady because the main character is a male, and the females do not use their sexuality to gain his attention.
Hi, so since the beginning of time, we know that stereotypes have been in all types of movies. So we're in the 20th century and we can still see those stereotypes now. Usually you see a movie and there's a Latino guy, he's usually picking a farm or a mechanic or some type of stereotype in the movies. We'll also see sometimes African Americans are usually like either slavery or they're even in the cholos or the ones that are like the people that are in stereotyping in different movies. But we always see that this stereotyping has been going on since the beginning of time. So take it easy.
What concept will you be talking about?
I will be talking about the absent father.
Define your concept.
My concept is how in movies, sometimes mainly in Latin movies, the character who is the father will be absent, so there will be no father figure throughout the movie.
And how does it apply to your movie?
Well, that concept applies to 3 out of the 4 movies, and those 3 are La Bamba, Nacho Libre, and Spanglish. And how it applies to those is how in La Bamba, Richie Valens doesn't have a father. In fact, he only has a mother. Nacho Libre doesn't have a father or mother. In fact, he's orphaned like Esqueleto. In Philly Brown, in Spanglish, there is no father figure. Also, and in Philly Brown, there is a father figure and a mother figure, but the mother is the one who is mainly more absent.
What is the concept you will be talking about today?
I'll be talking about the protagonist.
Can you give a brief explanation of the protagonist?
The protagonist is usually the main character represented as the Latin hero in the movie.
How does it apply to all 4 of these movies?
It applies to Nacho Libre as Nacho Libre himself being a hero for the orphans in the orphanage. And in La Bamba, Richie, the main character, portrayed as a Latin hero, buys his mom a bigger house. And in Spanglish, Flor, the main character, she saves the white couple from their own infidelity. And in the movie Philly Brown herself is the main character, and she's working to make her dreams come true.
Oh, hi there, I didn't notice you. So, what did you think about narrative logic? Absent father? The protagonist? Dark lady? The end. Happy holidays, everyone.
It's the holiday season, and Santa Claus is coming around. The Christmas snow is white on the ground.